Hello, everyone. My name is Katy, and welcome to the Greenland Quilter channel. I hope everybody has had a terrific week. It is Friday, July the 10th, and here we are already 1 week into July. Yeah, half the year is gone, and here we are starting into the second half. So that's pretty cool. So what are we going to do tonight? Last night when I was showing you some unboxings and a haul, I forgot to show you one of my unboxings, or yeah, one of my Happy Mail, and it's from Cotton Cuts. I forgot to do that, so we're going to do that tonight before I start sewing. Hey Melanie, it's good to see you. So I'm going to do that for sure tonight. And then I got a couple things to show you that happened from tourist. And I have a story to tell you guys concerning the ship that came into port today. Honey, do you know what the name of the ship was? Babe.
Huh?
What was the name of that ship? You remember?
Viking something.
It was a Viking ship. I can't remember the exact name. But anyway, that's what we had today, and it had about 1,000 passengers on it, and we had quite the busy afternoon. Hi Gladys, it's good to see you. Brenda, did I miss Brenda in here? Where's Brenda at? I see Melanie, Gladys, Mona. Did I miss somebody up here? Oh, look at there, way up at the top. Hey, Brenda, and hello, Denise. Welcome, welcome, if you're still here. Okay. Anyhow,
Viking Neptune.
Okay, it was the Viking Neptune that was in port today. So I worked. We didn't start doing guiding until the afternoon. So I started work at 12 today, and Nikolai, I took care of the stone and man part, and then Nikolai was doing a coffee make. And so that's what we did today. And we got off kind of late today because we were so busy. Katy, you look pretty glowing. Oh, you're so sweet. So anyhow, it rained all day today. I mean, when I got up this morning, Nikolai says it's raining. And we had heard it was going to rain, and I was like hopeful. But then I said this to him, and he'll verify it. I said, it's a blessing, but not a blessing. And I didn't. And when I say that way, it's not a negative comment. It just means that it's a blessing because we really needed the rain, because we've been in a drought, and this has been the first bit of rainfall that we have seen this whole season. And the reason I said not a blessing, because it rained on us all day while we were working. But it was a great day. I have some things to show you that came from a few tourists. I also have a story to tell you that one of the tourists told me about that happened on board the ship, and I don't even know how I mean, my reaction is just shocked, I guess. And I don't see how I can be, I'm gonna tell you the story here, but it has to do with my channel. It has to do with me. And I'm just a little bit floored by all of it, because you would never hear that in a million years, because we live in a big world. But somehow or another, someone, it's crazy. Hey Linda, it's good to see you. All right, so what I'm going to do first, I told you we're going to do another scrappy block. Katy says we're going to do that. But first, I forgot to show you guys this box from Cotton Cuts. And I'm going to explain about this box. So this is not a subscription box, but it is a kit, like if you bought a whole entire kit for like a PMQ. It's similar in nature. What it was is Cotton Cuts does these sales every so often on a live. And they just so happen to have this. I think they had one of these or two of these, and these were left over from one of the retreats. because when you do one of their retreats, you get an entire kit. And it's die cut and everything with the instructions, everything, and you sew it during the retreat. And she had one or two of these left, and she put it on her live, and I claimed it. And then it took a while to get here because I forgot that I ordered it. I don't know how you forget a customer orders something. I mean, I had to call them and ask where it was at because I paid money for it. And this is I think this is becoming an ongoing problem with cotton cuts, where you pay for something and then your orders don't ever walk out the door like they're supposed to. Because, and you know, you guys know I love cotton cuts. I have been a cotton cuts fan for a long time, but over the last year, my stuff keeps falling through the cracks because it never leaves the shop. I had to call about my PMQs to find out where they're at because I don't have 3, 4, 5, and 6. And one of my subscription boxes also, I asked about that. Kind of find out I had all open orders, but none of it was dealt with. So, you know, I don't know what to say about it. I know I'm not happy about it, but what can I do about it? Not a thing. I mean, there's nothing else much I can do about it. So how's everybody doing? Let me know. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this box and I'll explain what it's about. Okay, I'm going to get a couple things out of the box first. So it basically looks like a PMQ. Only this is just a single paper, whereas with the PMQ you get a pamphlet. And this shows that it's Alpenglow. It's a 2026 Quilting in the Rockies Pastors New Team Alpenglow. Yeah. These are batiks. And this was used at one of the retreats. I thought I saw somewhere what. This was from the Colorado Denver 2026 retreat that they did. So this was this year's retreat. And I have gotten all the clues all the way up to clue 10, which is the finale. And this is what the quilt's supposed to look like when I sew all the pieces. So probably what I'll do with this is, since this is an entire kit and everything's been pre-cut and hopefully all the pieces are there, I probably could like sew once a month or twice a month and just start sewing this and you know, finish it maybe by the end of the year. That's what I think I could do with it. It shouldn't take all that long because, you know, I can go on a live and sew these together, you know, but it basically tells you how many you need of each thing. They did split these up just like a PMQ. All right, where's clue? So here's clue number 1. As you can see, you got these pretty colors of purple and let me open one of these so I can see what color that is. It looks like light blue to me, but it could be turquoise. So let me check it out and see. Okay, so you have the purple. And then this is like it's a blue and purplish color is basically what it is. But you have this color. And then you have the lilac here. You have that color. And then of course that same dark purple. Okay, now it does, there is other colors in this colorway. So this is not exclusively 3 colors. But this is just for clue 1. I don't remember how this was, but whatever. Yeah. So, and I'll show you, I'll try to show you what else was in the colorway. Okay, so this was clue 1, and I'm just going to leave it like this for right now. You have this type of purple right here. And again, that same light blue. Let me see what else is in here. They look like they're about all the same. So where's the color card at? The color card has all of these colors in it. You have this light pink, and this is a lilac color, a dark purple, and then this design here. And so that's what all the colors are that's used in this. So yeah. So I will be making this and working on the current PMQ that I when I get my clues, I can continue on. And this has got sticky stuff on it. I have got to put the sticker back on it. Otherwise, it's going to be sticking to everything else. Okay. So anyway, you get 10 clues. You sew it all together and you have a quilt top. It also comes with the binding and borders. And I think this will come out to be, let's see if it says what size it's supposed to be. You can put extra borders on it according to this, but I bought just the kit because that's what they were selling. It's probably a 72 by 72, I'll bet. So anyway, I forgot to show you this last night and I thought you'd want to see it. Okay, now, are y'all still there or are you? Oh, the channel's not moving. Why is not the channel moving? Okay, I'm just making sure everything's working here. Oh, so there's people here. I just couldn't see them. Hey, Cynthia, it's good to see you. Okay, so anyway, that was the box that I was supposed to show you yesterday. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. All right, so today some tourists gifted us some stuff, and I wanted to show them to you. Look at this hat. It's purple. Now, wait, let me turn the light off. I don't know if you can see that it's purple or not, but it's a dark purple. And it says Virginia City, Nevada. So the American that gave this to us left it for, give it to us. And then we also got some little sample bottles. And this one is from Vermont. It's Vermont maple syrup, grade A, amber color, rich taste. I'm gonna turn the light back on because I want to make sure I can read the ingredients. The ingredients are pure maple syrup, no preservatives, no, all natural, product of Vermont, USA. Refrigerate after opening. And then it says butternut, wait. Yeah, Butternut Mountain Farms of Morrisville, Vermont. It says for nutritional info, call a phone number. So isn't that cool? Wait, let me try the other camera. So that's pure maple syrup. They also gave us 2 of these. I'm just showing you the one because they're identical. This is called Grandpa's Stuff Maple Cream, and it comes from grandpassstuff.com. And it's a delicious maple spread for toast, waffles, and pancakes. And it states here that separation may occur if stored at room temperature. Simply stir and enjoy. It can also be refrigerated for thicker texture. And this is from Paulet, Vermont. And then it has a nutritional level here. It says it's fat-free, gluten-free, non-dairy, and cholesterol-free. I don't see an ingredients list. It says it's made from 100% Vermont fancy maple syrup, but it doesn't say how it made it creamy like this. And total carbs in here are, if I can read it, yeah, it looks like it's for 17 grams, it's 6% or something like that. I can't hardly see it. But isn't that cool? This was what gifted to us today. And that's pretty cool. I'm gonna put them in the refrigerator and we'll try them out later. Okay, so these are the treats that we got today. All right. Wait, I'm supposed to refrigerate my local syrup? Well, it's up to you, Raven. I like my, I find it interesting about syrup and pancakes or waffles. I have always used refrigerated syrup, and I like maple syrup actually because that's my favorite. And uh-oh, we have a problem with a light. Hang on one second, you guys. My ring light went out.
Oh,
Something's disconnected. Maybe I didn't plug it in. See it? Hand me the cord, or see if you can find the cord. It's not plugged in, is it? Nope, it's not. That's what's wrong with it. I'm still trying to get everything put back together. You're gonna blind me, aren't you?
yeah.
Okay, we got the light back. All right, that's better. Okay, before I start sewing, Katy says, I had a couple things I wanted to tell y'all about. I think you'll find interesting. What made them bring syrup on a cruise? Did they know you from social media, Katy? As far as the maple syrup, I have no idea. Maybe they wanted us to try their product. I don't know. I was going to vent about something, but I've since changed my mind because what's the point? No point in it. Maybe they just wanted to share something that was from their state because the hat was from Nevada, the maple syrup and the maple cream was from Vermont. So, a lot of Americans like to share with other countries things that comes from the United States, and that's probably the only reason they did it, because Vermont and Canada are famous for maple syrup. So I don't know. I can't answer the question as to why. I don't know. They tip, Americans tend to tip really well on top of it. They've always done that. So yeah. Now, did these people that gave the maple syrup know me? I don't know. But I will tell you that something did happen on the cruise ship that brought someone to me. So I took care of Stone and Man today, which y'all saw on my live earlier today when I went live and showed you where I was at. And I was approached by a lady and says, "Are you Katy from the Greenland Quilter channel?" And I'm like, wait, how do you know that? Apparently, on the cruise ship, there was several quilters, I guess, is my understanding, and they were having a discussion about the Greenland Quilter channel, and that they were hopeful of meeting me. Now, I don't think I got to meet whoever started the discussion, but turns out that they were talking about it on the cruise ship, about the channel itself. And then when the lady approached me about it, she was talking, we talked for a few minutes, and she said that she had saw that there were several people that knew who my channel was. I was totally, I mean, I don't even know what to say to that, because we live on a planet that has built trillions of people on it. Someone knows who I am in a little old country from somewhere else. I mean, it was cool, but at the same time, I didn't know what to say about it, because I don't feel like I'm just me. I mean, I don't think I'm anything more than that. But one of the comments she made was she saw that I hit 1 million views because they were talking about that on the cruise ship. And then later today, I had a message in my messenger that says, "Congratulations, you have hit 50,000 subs." Now, I didn't see that until after I got off from work today. So this morning, I was not I was about the same as where I was when I disconnected my live last night. And then after work, here I am hitting another milestone of 50,000 subs. And I y'all, I appreciate every one of you guys because it your name has Greenland in it. Yes, it does. And I am so my heart is so full, and I feel so blessed that people watch me even when I'm a hot mess at times. And y'all you come and you watch me, and we talk a lot and we share things. And you know I am just I'm kind of lost for words because I don't know what to say about any of it. I didn't expect this to happen so fast. I mean, we're about to celebrate the third anniversary of when I dropped my first video for quilting, which will be in September. And I have a lot to be thankful for, and thankful for all of y'all because y'all are what helps make my channel grow. I didn't do this by myself. Yes, I do a lot of work. I sew, I make videos, I go live a lot, but it's you guys who help make this happen. Every one of you have helped make this happen. I mean, without you, I wouldn't have a channel. So I want you to know how much I appreciate you guys and how thankful I am for every one of you for helping this channel grow the way it is. Raven says, you're a wonderful hot mess. Aw, you're so sweet. Thank you. And Denise says, that's the power of social media. But yeah, I'm just, I am just plain old shocked. Oh, I love your new look. Thank you, Melanie. Yeah, I got a haircut. And I'm playing around with some kind of, I showed this to everybody last night. You might not have saw this, but since I couldn't find purple hair dye, because the lady that layered my cake, where'd that come from? Since the stylist who layered my hair after I had her take 7 inches off the back, she was out of hair dye actually, and all she had left was pink, and I couldn't bring myself to put pink in my hair. I was set for purple, and we looked all over the place for permanent purple hair dye. Could not find none. So right now I'm just playing around with this until I can find some permanent hair dye. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to do it again in a few days, but it's called Pearl Hair Gloss with Purple Pigments by Schwarzkopf Shine Treatment. It enhances shine, deeply conditions, and lasts up to 6 washes. And it has coconut oil in it. So, we'll see what happens. Because I was set on turning that white purple. So, but the haircut, it does feel so much better. I mean, she went in and she put multiple layers like what I wanted. And of course, by putting multiple layers, you can also see there's more white that you couldn't see before, especially back down here. This is really bright right here, but I don't mind aging. I just don't want my hair turning white. That's what it is. So, anyhow, let me see. We wouldn't be here if we didn't enjoy what you do for us. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. Mona says it looks nice. Your hair is beautiful, says Cynthia. Maybe a good thing, says Melanie. Maybe. Let me see if I missed anyone's comments. Well, see, my name, speaking of my name, I'll go by Katy, and let me explain something about Katy. My name's not actually Katy. And even my nickname before I moved here was not Katy. My nickname was actually Kathy. But that's not my given name either. Kathy was given, when you have a big name, they shorten it to a different name, and your parents call you that. Like a lot. And a good example is I named my son Thomas, and a lot of times I call him Tom. Same with Kristen, I'll call her Chris, and with Lynette, I'll call her Lynn. So I actually have a real given name. So it would take them a while to figure out what my given name is, unless you guys heard me a few times say what my given name is, and that it's spelled different than the way most people spell it. But the reason I'm using Katy is because the TH sound in Kathy is not pronounced here in Greenland. You know where else it's not pronounced? Japan. So my mother-in-law couldn't say Kathy either. It was always Katy. So I like being called Katy, to tell you the truth. I like it better than being called Kathy. It's a good color on you, Katy. Thanks, Denise. Let me see. And Melanie saying I look marvelous. Thank you, everyone. Yep, Denise remembered. See, there it is. It's an old English spelling. Also, I got one of these. Babe, where's that back? Oh, I have to show y'all something. I don't want anyone to get mad at me about what I'm going to show you. Please don't be mad. There'll probably be somebody you'll get mad, but don't, because just don't. First of all, I left my big cup that you all see me drinking all the time out of in the damn car I rented. So now I'm going to have to order one to send to my friend to send home. But in the meantime, I got this at the tourist shop. Look at this big old cup. See the polar bear on it? Glassett New Knot. Okay. The other thing I found in the tourist shop was this. And apparently, there's also shirts that say the same thing. Yeah, I could kick myself for leaving my cup in my car or in the rental car. I had it in the door because the cup holders that were between the two seats were too small, but the cup holder in the door was perfect for the cup. And that's why I had sat it down in the door. And when what happened was I got distracted because the rental car guy come up and was talking to me while I was getting my stuff out of the car, and I completely forgot. Cynthia says, that's it. I'm mad. And Mona says, that's cute. Why would someone get mad? Oh, because it's politics. That's why. Okay. All right. Hi, Giovanna. It's good to see you. All right. As you remember, last time that we sewed, Katy says, we were on block number 3, and I'm just refreshing your memory. And I know I showed these last night, but I'm going to show them again so I can refresh everybody's memory on how this works. If you're sewing with me, get your scraps out, and you need what you need is squares that it's at least 1.5 squared. You're going to need 1.5 by 2.5. You're going to need some of those leftover half square triangles that you guys, I'm sure some of you have in your stash. And you'll need one, if I didn't say it already, you'll need 1.5 by 2.5 rectangles. I probably already said that. Okay, so this one we made, this was the last one we made. It was a pinwheel. And these are 1.5. Before you sew them together, they were 1.5 inch unfinished half square triangles. Now this will go down to 1 inch, just so you know. Okay. Then you'll see I had some half square triangles intermixed in this. And then the week before, or the time before that, we did the friendship star right here while still making it scrappy. And then for this one, it was the hourglass block that we did. So have I decided on what we're going to do in the middle of all this scrappiness? What will it be? I'll have to think about it because we've done a pinwheel, which is this one. We've done a friendship star. So what I'll do is I'll mess around with it and we'll figure it out. So get your scraps out and let's start sewing some stuff. I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of trimming myself, I think, because I have lots to play with here, and we'll get to sewing. Okay. Hi, Janet. How are you feeling? How are you doing? Let us know. Give me an update, please. Let's see. Hi, Lori. It's good to see you also. Denise says, haha, he's too busy making a mess out of the White House in DC right now. Yeah. Scrappy Doo, that's right. All right. So I've already got a few half square triangles pulled out of here. I also, and I'm going to tell you what size these need to be if you want to do rectangles. Where you sew two rectangles together, we can discuss that size too. Because I made a couple of them. Well, I made 3 because I wanted to be weird. Anyway, I'm going to pull some stuff out of here and see what I can come up with. See, I already had some small pinwheels, and I can actually take this pinwheel. I need a ruler. Let me get my ruler out so I can figure out what size this is. Currently, this is 2.5 by 2.5. Now, we already did a pinwheel once. We could do another one if you want to do that. And let me see what size this was finished. This is 2-inch squared. So it was 2.5. So actually, technically, this can be trimmed properly and used. So, but I wanted you to see this. This was some of my leftover pinwheels were, well, actually what I did was, I had a bunch of these small half square triangles left, and all I did was sew them together because I was experimenting with pinwheels. Because I kind of like pinwheels for some strange reason. I don't know why, but I just, hey, Rita, make an 8-sided pinwheel. 8-sided? I don't even know what that is. Wait, what did Janet must have answered my question? MRI shows a tumor on my spine. Oh no. Janice says she's going through a lot right now. I know you are. You're in our prayers, hon. If there's anything we can do, please let us know. I'm so sorry for this. I didn't expect that. Wow. But it does explain the troubles you're having for sure, for sure. I had a container that had, what did I do with it? I'm trying to think. Counting from 0 to 100, says Rudy. Hi there. Thank you all, and I'm just taking it day by day. Yeah, that's about all you can do in this current situation. But know that we all have you in our thoughts and prayers, and anything we can do, please let us know. If it's possible to help, we will try. Okay. I'm trying to remember where I put something. Giovanna says, Rita, you are like me. You cannot lurk to save your life. All righty. Let's see what we can come up for a plan. And I know I seem a little bit disoriented today. It's just because I still feel jet lagged for one thing. I actually am jet lagged. My brain seems to still be on Denmark time, which is very weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some pieces out of this box to play with. Make sure that they're 1.5 wide, because some of these aren't. I don't think, like that's 1 inch, so that's too small. And those will get used for the improvs. This is actually improv too, just so you know, but these will be for smaller stuff. Okay, let me see what I can dig out of here. Let's see here. got to find me something fun to mess with. We'll get some of those out too. All righty. These look like that's 1.5. Okay, so I'll set that aside. I'll definitely set the hashtag with it. Okay, let me see what else I can dig out of here. So you're seeing me do this. I have not pre-planned anything. We're just going to go with the flow and make something. And all I got to do is just pay attention to making sure that I just make sure they're 1.5 wide, because that does matter actually, because otherwise I'll end up with a odd size, because I want these to be 6.5 squared by the time you finish it. All right, that's selvage. Oh, we have a little bit of, looks like a piece of Tula Pink in here, a couple pieces of Tula Pink actually. Oh, look, there's a piece right there. Look at that. We got a polka dot. And let me see if I can use some of that. Our little COVID fabric. And yeah, I think I'm going to use that. We'll use some of that. That's selvage. Can't use the selvage. Okay, well, let's see what I can pull out of here. We've got some stuff right here. Yep, there's a little bit in here to mess with. So we're going to play around a little bit and see what we come up with. Lots of fun says, hey, Jess. She says, how's Vegas? Yeah, are you having a good time? Heidi says, ciao, Giovanna. Not too bad. Not too bad today. Had something in my eye yesterday. Needed to see a doctor ASAP. Now healing. I feel like a pirate. Laugh out loud. I hope it heals up fast too. All right. Trying to think of what I want to try making next, because we've done an hourglass, a pinwheel, friendship star. I need a list of Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is, I'm pretty sure these are all 1.5 inch right here. Yep. Okay. So these are all 1.5 inch squares I got already. I'm gonna set them in one place. I already have some of these sewn together from a previous sew along that a previous sew I did. These were leftovers, and these are actually 1.5 inch sewn together, which now they are not quite two. What the heck? So these are supposed to be 1.25, 1.25, which gives you 2.5. Okay, so we'll be using those. I'm gonna set them up here. These are too skinny, so I'm gonna have to get rid of those. But these ones I'm going to trim down to 1.5 by 2.5. So let's start with this one. I need a straight line, and we're gonna get one. And then I'm going to cut it into 2.5 inch by 1.5 inch. How was your trip, Katie? My trip was pretty good once we got to Denmark. It was trying to get to Denmark that was the problem. We got stuck in Nuuk when we shouldn't have, unfortunately. So I'm making some 2.5 by 1.5. I'm going to cut a couple of those. And then I'll put the rest of this scrap aside. All right, so I got a couple of those. I think this is, this just needs to be cut to the right length. I have several different colors of this right here. So let's go ahead and trim them. to 2.5. They're already 1.5 wide. We'll set these up here with this. I believe this is correct. Yep. Then I want to take some of this juicy juice. And I am going to cut this and take some of this, and I'll use the smaller piece for later. And same thing, I'm going to cut this as this one. I want to do 1.5 square. Put that over here in the square pile. This one is 1.5 by 2.5, so we'll put that in that pile. So as you can see, I already have some stuff cut, and we're going to play around and see what we come up with. So let's do that. I'm going to set these aside for right now because I want to play. All right. Are you working on a scrappy quilt project? I can't remember. Yeah, this is the Katy Says, where we're going to make another 6.5-inch block. We've already got 3 made. I haven't decided. Uh-oh, that's not 1.5. Nope, that gets set aside. Can't use that. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut one more of these. But this one is going to be 1.5 by 2.5. All right. Okay, let's see what we can come up with. And I'm going to use my little sampler. Well, yeah, right here. Okay. Let's start out with, let's play around a little bit. Let's start with one of these that I've already got sewn together. We're going to make that first row. And then I am going to put a rectangle in here where I sewed 2 rectangles together. We'll put that because what I need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. Okay. So it's a 6 by 6 if you do it the same size of everything. We're not going to do that though. We're going to be mixing this up a little bit. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3. This is going to be 4 and 5 because there's 2 here. Now I need one more on the corner. Where's my half square triangles at? Right here's half square triangles. So let's put one of these. Nope, not ready to use those yet. Okay, let's put another color on here. Okay. Let's do this like this. And then we're going to go to the next. I'm going to find a different color here to use. Nope. Okay. So basically, you just want to play around with it. Don't think too much because I'm not going to think too much. The idea of this is to just sew things together. And you can be as, as scrappy as you want to be with this. And I'm going to stick a rectangle right there. Then I'm going to use let's do this. And then I'll put this on the end. Y'all see where this is going? This week was filled with touristy activities that I planned and prepared for before we had a contract on our new house. We were busy exploring Virginia, says Cynthia. Oh, that's cool. Cynthia also said this week was a little more productive today between all of the interruptions. I've unpacked 5 boxes so far. That's awesome. Cynthia's, wait, gotta go back up because I'm reading this backwards again. We are making a 6.5-inch scrappy block. No pre-planning, nothing. We're just going with whatever works. And see, Heidi, I had showed these earlier at the beginning. That's what we're making today. So maybe I'll make another friendship star. I'm thinking about I want to make another friendship star. So, because I have this pretty fabric. All right, let's put this here. And then I'm going to put this like this. And then I'm going to put one up here. Uh-oh, I need to move up one row. Can't do that. I need to move up a row. Okay. Because this needs to go down here. Okay. See, you just play with it until you get it the way you want it to work out. Where's the other half square triangle? Uh-oh. Please tell me I didn't lose one. Because I had all of them in my hand. Really? What the heck? All right, we'll go fetch one. I just need to make sure this is going in the right direction. So we're going to put that right there. And that is wrong direction. Okay, now we got it going in the right direction. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right in the middle of this. Okay, now we're going to build out from here. What I'm going to do is take some of this spectacular scrappy stuff, put one right here, come back through the pile, and I'll look at the chat in just a minute, you guys. Put another, let's put this, no, let's use this light blue right here. And we can put another light blue up here, and we can put this over here like so. And then we're going to do this. And as you see, I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just doing. Okay. That's the name of the game here. Don't think. Then I can put this like this, or I can turn this around and do it like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now I will stick this here. 1, 2, 5. I'm just making sure I have the proper amount of squares here. Nope, that doesn't go there, but I can put that here. Okay. 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we still got another row to do. All right. So let's gonna have to figure this out. Let's get this hashtag fabric. I'm gonna cut a piece off of it. Let me cut a piece off because I need it. Okay. And yeah, I got a bit of a hot mess here because I just disturbed everything, but it's all good. It'll all come together. We'll put this down here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use another one of these. It's already been sewn together from a previous project. I'm going to put a rectangle down here on the other end. And this is 4, so I need 2 more squares. And then we'll have the whole thing for a 6.5-inch block. So let's use one of these and one of these. Let's switch that around. Let's put you down here and put you right here. Okay, now we have enough here to make a 6.5-inch block, and I'm gonna move all the rest of this out of the way so I don't get it all mixed up. And I hope y'all can see what I'm trying to do here. And I forgot to turn my iron on, so I'm going to need to do that. Can everybody see what that's going to look like? Let me know. Everybody with me? How many blocks do you need to make? Donna asked. I don't know yet. I thought after I got about, let's see, these are 6.5 unfinished or 6 inch. I can't remember which. I thought I'd get like maybe 9 of these done. And then I will sew them together so everybody can see them. There will be no sashing between each block. This is a very scrappy block. Now, having said that, we could either go totally scrappy where there's no sashing. I am going to make a poll about this when we get up to 9 of these. We'll talk about whether we want to have sashing between each one of these blocks right here. So if you're just coming in and haven't seen the blocks I've already made, that we've made with the channel earlier in the past month and a half, that's what they look like. So when we have 9 of these, then we'll talk about what I'll let y'all vote. We'll do a poll. Do you think we should have sashing between each one? I tend to think that I just want to sew them all together and not have sashing in there. You know, and you can turn this any way you want to so that you're not having the same color on it. Because whoa, I'm gonna knock this copper. Yeah. Let me get this block sewn and then I'll show you 4 of them together so you can see what it looks like. All right. Get that eye looked at. Heidi asked about the trip. The trip was, I put up some videos of the trip. I have more to put up. Are you working on a scrappy quilt project? I can't remember. Yes, says Jess. Or I said yes to Jess. Read Cynthia's stuff. Hey, Sherry. Just wanted to say hello. Going out with my honey tonight. Enjoy your time out with your honey. Tell John we said hello. And happy birthday to you, Sherry. Sherry, yeah, her birthday's the day before my husband. I thought it was on Sunday or Monday because Blaze's is the 13th and Sherry's is the 12th, I think. Because Blaze will turn a decade old. All right, let's get to sewing. And I think it was Heidi that was asking about the block. Let me go back. Melanie says the half square triangle was by my keyboard and I didn't even see it. Oh, that's funny. I'm trying to see who that was asking about the block. Giovanna says the skinny ones you can use for postcards. Yep, those 1-inch ones, definitely. All right, it was Donna that was asking how many blocks. Okay, Donna, if you hang about, I'll show you what 4 of them will look like together when we finish this. I do need to turn on my iron. All right, let's get sewing. I think I have to rethread my sewing machine too, because there's a hot mess on top of it. Oh yeah, there is a hot mess, all right. Okay, that goes to the bobbin. What about this? You know what? I'm going to rethread this machine. Where's my scissors? I just saw them. Really? I feel so disorganized right now. Oh, there they are. Right there in front of me. Been a snake, it would have bit me. All right. Let's get this pulled through so I can get it out. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and rethread my machine. So what has everybody been? Sherry says today. Oh, that's Denise's comment. Okay, what have y'all been working on this week? What have you been working on for the last 2 weeks while I've been gone? Inquiring minds want to know. And I have a real treat for you guys. You know, I showed you my quilted quilts yesterday, and the Connie who quilted them has agreed to do a pre-recorded interview podcast with me. So next week we're going to be doing the pre-record, and she's also sent me pictures so that we can do a mini trunk show right in the middle. So what I'll do is I'll be sharing the pictures during the pre-record, and then she's going to talk about each one. I think y'all are going to love her quilts because they are gorgeous. There's some Judy Niemeyer quilts. Anyone who likes Judy Niemeyer is going to definitely love it. The hell? Uh-oh. I have a problem. Something's not threaded right. Dang it. Let's try again. Man, you go 2 weeks and not touch a sewing machine, and it's like you suddenly don't know how to thread your own machine. Oh, that's what the problem is right there. It didn't go all the way down. That's what caused that. All right, let's try this again. Bear with me, everyone. No, Donna, they're not. So let me explain myself. You can make them alternate blocks if you want to. If you're sewing along with them and you don't want to sew them completely together, that's okay too. Or if you want to put sashing, this is basically an exercise on sewing all this together. And then you're going to be your designer of your quilt top. Or you can follow what I'm going to do. Each one of us will have a different spin on this. I just want you to sew without thinking too much about it. And then as you get these blocks made, then you can make the decision on whether you want to rotate it with something else, like some solid or whatever, or if you want to put sashing in between each block, or if you want to do what I'm going to do, I am going to literally sew each block together where they're side by side and it's one big mass of color. But you do what you like best. All I want you to do is use your scraps and not think too much. That's the biggest thing. Okay, let me test this machine out again. Okay, it's fine now. I don't know what that was. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the first row and I'm going to sew these two together and these two together. And then on the second row, I'll sew these two together, and then add this on the end. And then I'll finish completing each row until everything's in rows to sew. And then we will line up the seams so that they all work together. Keeping my stuff together with 2 new hires and my boss on vacation, says Raven. Donna says, I read that already. Okay, let's get on with this. Let's sew this first. I feel like I've been away from my machine too long. It seems weird to me. But for right now, I'm going to use my seam roller. We will be pressing pretty soon. I just want to start out by doing that. What has everybody been working on this week? Let me know. Giovanna says, okay, back. Welcome back. Okay, and then we'll sew these two together. Happy says she's been working on EPP. Very cool. You know that's the shop that I went to after Connie's shop, after I dropped all my stuff off, the Be Quilted, Hannah's shop. She does a lot of EPP classes. She had set her, I have a video, a pre-recorded that I got to edit so I can put it up for you guys. And it shows that she's set up to do that kind of thing. Okay, so this is the first one. Now we're going to go ahead to this next row. And we're going to sew this together. And then the same thing, we're going to do this half square to this block or square. And sew. And then we're going to take it back out of the machine. And on this last one I sewed together, I just want to make sure everything looks okay. I have another half square triangle right there too, I see. I just want to make sure that my friendship star looks the way it's supposed to. And then we'll sew this to this. And then we will sew this other side on as well. Did the quilt lady show you how to burr your threads? She did. I talked to Connie about it, Happy, and I didn't talk to Hannah because we had a language barrier. She doesn't speak English at all, so that would not have worked. I don't think. I don't know. We will figure out this problem one way or the other. Okay, now I'm going to sew this to this, but I did ask Connie about it. If she did hand quilting or hand stitching or whatever, and she said no. That she had the same problem I have. She doesn't know how to do it. So I'm still back where I started on that one. There was a couple things that I had planned that just couldn't happen. It didn't happen because, for one thing, we were set back an entire day and a half. And secondly, finding the right person was the other thing. But it's okay. If I don't get it done, learn it in this year, I still have, there's always QuiltCon in Atlanta. I'm with you, honey. I am tired today. All that working today, I guess, got me worn out. Raven says to Denise, she'll be back Monday in true sassy Raven style. I put up a hiring sign because the new person at the other office isn't cutting it after a month. Uh-oh. Somebody's about to lose their job. Melanie says the quilt of valor for Annette and Lori. Happy's working on an EPP. Anyone else been working on anything? Happy says, that's okay. I want to go to QuiltCon in 2027 too. See, I'll run into one of y'all and maybe one of y'all can show me how to do it. There's that. There's always a potential for some help. Okay, we got row number 2 done. Let's do row number 3. No. So this side to this one. Okay, now we need to take this out of the machine because we have another piece to sew right here. Sorry about that. Oh, what kind of work is it? You can find a tutorial on how to, Giovanna, I have watched multiple tutorials, and the problem is I need to be sitting next to the person showing me how to do it. With tutorials that when you're watching the tutorial, it's literally the person sitting in front of you, not next to you to see. So I'm seeing the opposite of what I should be seeing. And I can't figure out how to unmake my brain not see that. I need to be sitting next to one where I can watch the same direction of a right-handed sewer. That's what the problem is. I've tried and I've failed. Every time I watch another video, thinking, oh, that looks simple. And then I go do it and it fails. And then I realize what I'm seeing is someone sitting in front of me because it's a video. And it needs to be next to the person. Happy says she has posted the EPP blocks in the community tab on this channel. Okay, we'll show that directly when we finish this block because I have something else to show you guys anyway. All right, so this is the center of this. All right. Now we've got this next row done. No, we don't. We still got to do this. Something's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I need another. I need another square. I just realized I shorted myself. At least keep trying. Otherwise, you'll never progress. That's correct. Unless you move closer to people in the quilting company, says Timothy. Yes, there's that. But yeah, I will keep trying until I learn it. One way or the other. I'm not giving up. It might just take a little bit longer for me to figure it out or get help. All right, we need to put this on this end. Denise says, did you make it to the sewing machine shop to ask about using your machine? No. We had there was several things that came up that prevented me from even making it to that shop. So we never made it there. And the reason was it's because we didn't get to Copenhagen on the day that we were supposed to get on to get to Copenhagen. And secondly, his dad talked us into staying longer in Sickelborg at his house. And so I set up, we only ended up spending one day in Copenhagen. I couldn't say no because he wanted to spend time with us. So I'll do it on the next go around, or either I'll just call him or something. I don't know. I will figure it out. Tim says so you can download a tutorial in your computer and flip the screen. I don't know how to do that. All right, let's get this. We're almost done with the third row. Oh, we have a problem here. We have another missing square. Dang it. I keep knocking this off on the floor. Actually, looks like I knocked a bunch of them off the floor. It's because I have sleeves on this thing and it keeps catching the fabric. All right. Now I got to see what I did. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to figure out something. Orange. Okay, so it looked weird to me. Hey, Sean, it's good to see you. Sounds like the person needs more than one-on-one training. If you're a channel creator, make sure you type exclamation selfie, or if I have interviewed you in the past, you can type exclamation in your name. Like with Sean, it would be exclamation Sean. It would be exclamation Sherry. If you're still here, share your channel. Who else did I see in here that has a channel? I saw someone else in here that had a channel. So, yeah, type either exclamation selfie or exclamation and what you think I might have used in the bot for your name. That looks like it's wrong. Oh, maybe it's not. It just looked like it was wrong. Okay, we need another square down here. I'm gonna put that right there. Okay. Go ahead and start sewing these together. Wait a minute, says Denise. I have not been in Wisconsin. I met a lot of Americans today. I met at least 4 people who were from Florida. One of them lived a little bit south of where I'm from in Florida. There was some from Minnesota, a couple of them from Arizona, which was fun to learn about. Some were from the New England states. I had a couple that was from Australia, who apparently is related to Queen Mary, who is married to a Dane. She's from Australia. Queen Mary is, and she's married to Frederick, the King of Denmark. So he talked a little bit about that while he was asking me lots of questions about Greenland. If you can follow a quilting pattern, you can post a payment. Huh? Don't know what that means. Must be for somebody else's. Complaining about work to Denise. Okay, gotcha. Uh-oh. This should be here. Damn. Where is my seam ripper? Denise says, I get a little help from my friends. Just like the song, get a little help from your friends. Get a little from your friends. Get by with a little help from your friends. Now, what do I want to put down there? Do I want to put, yeah, I think I'm going to put that dark blue down. No, let's put this down here. Put this one on this end. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. All right, let's put this one here. Mona says, hi, Sean. Hi, everyone who is lurking. I know I'm not my usual spicy self, so I hope I'm not boring you too much, because it takes a little time to do this, but we're going to get it finished here directly. But what I'm going to do when I get all these rows done, I'm going to take it to the iron and press them really good. And then we'll sew all 6 of these rows together, and we'll have another 6.5-inch very scrappy block. Okay, we got this part done. Insurance is tricky. Lots of codes and statutes to follow. Yes, indeedy. While I'm sewing, I'll tell you a little bit about what's going to happen tomorrow and Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, man, I am going to be totally slammed on Sunday, so I better get plenty of rest tomorrow. Might have to put her on the long line and just stand out there and wait for her.
That'll be interesting.
Yep, I have 3 lives on Sunday.
I'm gonna be busy and tired.
I'm going to be so very busy. Got some catching up to do. So Sunday, I will be sewing with Sean Sunday morning, and I'm not going to tell you what the plan is until you come to the live on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a new project that we're going to be doing together. We're still going to keep on with the other thing that we've been working on, but this is for an exclusive short amount of time because it is July, and we wanted to do something cute and small, and that's what we're going to do. And there is something wrong here. Why do I have this like this? This is turned the wrong way. At least it looks like it's turned the wrong way. It is turned the wrong way, I think. Actually, this is turned the wrong, both of these are turned the wrong way. Oh my gosh. What in the world? All right, so I got to fix this because both of them are turned wrong. Hey, Sean, what you been doing? I have so much people's channels to catch up on. I have 2 weeks of being away has got me behind on everybody I normally watch, especially when I watch their replays. So I am totally behind, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to catch up with all. But I will get it caught up. You can guarantee it. I will get it done. All right, what I'm doing is I'm pulling apart some blocks because I did something wrong. Because I'm trying to get this to face the right direction it's supposed to be in. And apparently I didn't do it right. So we're going to fix it. Because I'm not going to hide my mistakes from you guys. Could you just flip instead of rip it? No. Oh, it's too late now to find that out. I already ripped them now. All right. This is supposed to be the center, but I think it's just a, yeah, this is wrong. Wait. Nope, it's still wrong. It's turned in the wrong direction. I'm almost sure it's turned the wrong way. And probably because I'm tired. Jet lag, y'all, is real. It really is. My husband, we had this discussion, me and him yesterday, and he thinks the reason I suffer from jet lag and he doesn't is because he's used to traveling all the time and I'm not, because I don't travel that often. I travel every other year usually, or every 2 years. So I don't sit on an airplane for any period of time because I'm always home. Okay, I think this was supposed to be turned this way, or is it supposed to be turned this way? Turn this way. Oops. Turn that way. And then this other one is supposed to be turned this way. And I think I had it turned the wrong way. Yep. And then there's this one. And this one is correct. So let's sew this. I'm going to just sew this center together first to make sure it's correct. I do this sometimes. I get the angles of my triangles wrong. Nothing new with me. And that's why I don't hide it from you guys, because you've gotten used to me doing this kind of thing. Where is my leader at? Denise says, okay, glad I could help you, Bent, but do remember we all are new at one time or another, and maybe they can shadow a more experienced employee. I was bad at transferring to other departments. Did she go this time? Ah, so she was desperate by now. Still pouring down? Babe, can you crack the door for a little while? Thank you. Because I'm hot.
You are hot.
Aw. I need to change shirt. I think if I change shirts, I won't be so hot. I got long sleeves on right now. Because I was cold today at work.
You're my honey.
Hmm?
You're my honey. Go with that, girl.
Still something the matter here. I think I'm just looking at it wrong. I think that's what the problem is. Let's get this one side sewn on, and maybe by the time I sew the other side, it'll look right. It's teasing my eyes. So, as far as hardware, shopping that we did, um, we got a mic for the computer, and it's actually on a boom of all things. We got speakers for the desktop as well, because as you know, we bought a desktop, but it's not set up yet. I have a camera for the desktop, but I still need one more camera. But maybe by the time I get the rest of everything I need for my Canon, I might could just use my Canon. We'll see. If not, I will get another digital camera and attach it to the desktop as well, and we'll have two cameras. And that by the time I figure all of that out, I do know I need a switch. I need a USB switch, and I think I'm going to need a switch relating to these cameras. Maybe. We shall see. Did you see? Uh-oh, here we go. Oh boy. Sean's not letting this one go. Thank you, everyone. Yep, it happened today while I was at work. 3 days ago, 1 million views, and now this. Whew. Hey, Candace. Y'all make sure you hit that like button for me. Please. Sent star for 2 jewels. Thank you, Raven. Mona says, congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate every one of y'all. We talked about it earlier in the live. I wouldn't be a channel if it weren't for you guys watching. We have a ton of lurkers, that's for sure. Down, down, down. Okay. Still got this wrong. I am super happy about it. Oh, happy. I wonder if I put you in the bot. Thought I did. If it doesn't work, happy, type exclam. Wait a minute. Did it do it? Yes, it did. Okay, never mind. Make sure you share your channels, you guys. You're more than welcome to share your channels. The more we promote each other, the better everybody is. I truly believe that a community can do just about anything when they help each other out. Let's see. Happy says, yes, it looks like it did. I'm almost ready to post a video. That's awesome. I can't wait to see your video. All right, let's get the rest of this sewn. Then we'll be able to sew these blocks together. Raven says she needs to clean her sewing room. Her cutting board and ironing board are heaping with fabric. Yeah, I have chaos right now from all the unboxing I did yesterday. I need to put things away because we're going to do a slight shift in this room in here. We're going to move the sofa to a different part of the living room and put a table behind me so that I can cut and y'all see me cut. Instead of leaving the room completely, you'll be able to see me. And it'll also make things easier where I can stash my stuff up underneath the table instead of piling it all up the way it's been piled. Let's turn that this way. So that's the plan before he goes back to work. I do have a slight problem. I'm not sure how I'm gonna figure it out yet. I have to fly to Nuke on the 25th, which is a Saturday. So that means I'll be in a patient hotel Saturday night. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to take my laptop with me. I do have a small light I can attach to the laptop for extra lighting, so that I can go live in my room unless I have a roommate. And then I'll have to go find somewhere else to go live. And sit and talk to y'all, and maybe probably what I'll do is take something to crochet, or we could go walk around Nuke and I can do a live on my phone because it'll be daylight there too. So yeah, well, maybe I'll take y'all for a walk around Nuke. That could be something I can do. That's a potential thing I can do because I don't see the doctor until Monday. And now, like I was telling you guys yesterday, there's some additional things I'm going to be doing while I'm there. They're going to pull some extra special kind of, he's planning on pulling a lot more blood work that went, they do standardized blood work like any other doctor does, but he's going to do some extra things. One of them is to see if I'm insulin resistant. And I asked him if he could do a cortisol inflammation test, and he said yes. I want to know what the numbers are for that, because it could be why I have pain all the time, for one thing. Secondly, it does affect weight, believe it or not. All right. I'm going to take these and press them, and I hope that looks like a friendship star. Because I swear it looks like it's off right here. But it's probably because that 1/4 inch seam is teasing me. That's probably all it is this is teasing me right here. Get back to Keto ASP. Look up Keto Mojo as well. Yep, I'm doing that. Uh-oh, we might need another row. Stress trying to do, Denise says, stress trying to do too much at one time. Well, we had a long discussion about, because he asked me a lot of questions, and a lot of it has to do with, my history with my lungs, for one thing. And also the other thing is my history of my weight. And when I told him that I wasn't a heavy person until after I spent 8.5 months on prednisone, he told me, he says, that's a problem that a lot of people go through when they're having to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, when they're, their life is being threatened by asthma. And because I've had multiple bouts of pneumonia on top of it, which you get treated with steroid. Every time you have a respiratory infection and you're an asthmatic, the one drug that saves your life also makes secondary problems. And so what used to keep me thin, because before this happened, I weighed 125 pounds. I was tiny. All of my childhood, all of my teenage years, and the first 4 years of my adult to age 24 or 25, something like that. And then after that, it was 8 to 9 months on prednisone, and that's what destroyed everything. But it kept me alive while I was pregnant. Some of us get, and this is what happens, and that's a side effect with prednisone. And, prednisone is an interesting thing. Raven says, I accomplished cleaning a bin so that I can pack fabric into it. Oh, awesome. Mona says, same thing to happen to me. It's hard to get it back off. Yes, it is. Has anybody noticed anything? I'm just curious. Have you noticed anything? Yep, baby steps. That's right. And this doctor that I've been talking to on video conferencing with him, he's going to be seeing me while I'm in Nuke 2. And this is the first time a doctor has listened to what I have to say. I'm being heard for the first time in all this time about these issues. Because he truly believes that if we can accomplish what we need to accomplish, at least we have done something to help me breathe better. It's not going to fix the damage, but it will make it so that I can breathe better. It will. The damage will never go away. That's just the nature of the beast when you're an asthmatic who constantly gets pneumonia. There's not much that they can do to prevent that, short of me being locked up in my house all the time. Well, I had bangs before, but I have more bangs now. But nothing else y'all notice different? I like the bangs too, Mona. She asked me, the hairstylist says, who's been cutting your bangs? I said, me. She says, you cut them crooked. I said, of course I did. No, I had my glasses fixed. Did have that fixed. Ah, Mona answered the question. You want to guess how much? I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say too much about it right now, but I will tell you if you guess the right answer. You're close. I've lost 18. Yeah. Yep, I've lost 18 over 6 weeks. I think, yeah, about 6 weeks. Yep. So it's about 2 kilos a week. Except the week I was in Denmark, I didn't do anything. But that was because of travel. Traveling kind of screws with my body a little bit. I know someone's going to ask, well, how much do I want to lose? I don't know. I don't want to think about that right now because the whole thing is a scary thing. But we're doing this to help me breathe better. That's why I'm seeing a doctor more often. So I'm pinning the first 2 rows together right now. So I'm trying to get everything lined up that needs to be lined up before I pin the rest together. But thank you, everyone. I didn't know if you could tell or not. I mean, I can see my face in the mirror has changed, especially right here. You and Nora were on the same, yep. She seems to be adjusting. I figured out a couple tricks with her. So I changed how I haven't changed what I'm feeding her. And I haven't changed the amount that I've reduced her to. But what I did figure out is if I feed her an egg in the morning, along with 5 or 6 haricots, 5 blueberries, and a teaspoon, I mean, a very small teaspoon of cottage cheese for breakfast. And then at night, I'm giving her 1 chicken leg. We're about to switch over lamb for the next few days. And she'll get 1 small piece of lamb every night. But I'll continue on with the the small amount that I gave her in the morning. And I've noticed that she's been less demanding, put it that way. So I think she's starting to adjust to the idea that she's not going to get food every time she wants it. Doesn't mean that she doesn't think about food, because when you walk in the kitchen, she's right there. So she ain't forgot about eating. She's just not being obnoxious about it now. I thought it was your haircut that made you look thinner, but it's awesome that you lost a lot of weight. Great job, says Abby. Yeah, it's both of it. Uh-oh, Raven just said something Mom missed, darn it. And Raven says, well, her tummy is adjusted. Yeah, I agree with you on that. And something I've noticed with her since I've done this, I am going to wait. I'm going to get Nikolai to weigh her tomorrow, so I can see where she is and see if I'm satisfied with that weight. Because I need to go online and look up what she should weigh as a standard Dotson as a 7-year-old. Because she turns 8 in December. And the older they get, the more you have to watch their spine anyway. And I need to figure out how many grams of everything I should be giving her to maintain that weight. She the last couple of times we've taken her for the walk, she's been grazing on grass too, which is hilarious, which is pretty normal for a dog to do. Because they like green stuff too. I'm struggling with my weight too, says Happy. Yep, it's a constant struggle. And when you're postmenopausal, it's even worse. Our dog makes eating grass on walks a game. He tries to sneak it. Yeah, it sounds like Nora. They can have the grass. It's not harmful. It's a type of fiber, actually. All right, let me go press this. Okay. All right, now we're going to sew the next row on. Yeah, it's a good sign if she's eating grass. She's getting vitamins. Yes. Raven says he throws it up. She doesn't. I see it in her, well, that's where I see it at. But she doesn't sew it up. I think you guys, if you saw her in person, you could see the difference in her. She looks like almost the size she was when I brought her home. Oh, what I was going to say about her is I've noticed that she's been more energetic, running and jumping and stuff. Not that she was lazy. She's never been lazy. Okay, let's get these lined up. And then we'll sew the next row because we have 6 of these to sew. No, 6 of them. What's wrong with you? Hmm? You got something in your mouth you're not supposed to have in your mouth? Let me look. What's y'all's plans for the weekend? Anyone got any special plans, or are you going to sew? What you gonna do? Let me know. Raven says hi to Nora.
No,
Is she wanting something? You got to go shoo shoo.
no, she's good. Just want some daddy loving.
Oh, so daddy loving. Oh, okay, got ya. We had to leave her alone today so we could go work, both of us. So she's been a little clingy tonight. I guess she thought we abandoned her again. I'm thinking of packing all of my fabric up to move early except my kit, says Raven. That might be a good idea. When are you moving? When are you moving? What's everybody else going to work on for the weekend? Let me know. He said end of the summer. Now he's trying to push it to November, but I'm not interested in moving in the snow. I don't blame you there. And do you know when the tickets go on sale for QuiltCon? Oh, I will look that up because I think there's a date it says it's going to. I think it's either, I don't know, October or November. I'm thinking it's more like October. But I can go look in just a minute. Happy says, I think late summer or early fall. Let me go look here in just a minute. Okay, let's go press this again. Let me see what it says. Okay, let me see here. If you buy early bird, which is by October 31st of 26, if you become an MQG member, it's $50 free if you purchase with $50 or more of workshops, lectures, or special events in first purchase. For a non-member, it's $50. And the regular rate after November 1st or on November 1st of 26 goes up to $60. Then they have something called a single lecture pass, which is for MQG members is $14.40 through 10/31. Then it goes up to $18 after October 31st. For a non-member, it's $18. For a 3-hour workshop, it's $96 through October 31st. It's $120 after October 31st, or it's $120 for a non-member. For a 6-hour workshop, it's $192 by October 31st, and it goes up to $240 after October 31st. Special exhibit tour before show hours is $50 for either a member or a non-member. Letting Quilt Speak tour is $50 either way. And for special presentation by featured artist Steph Scardell, and I know who that is because I'm going to do her challenge, it's $22. So there you got it. So as long as you get it done before October 31st, then it won't be as expensive. I hope that helps. Hey, Dubrovka. Happy says, I should be helping you out and looking it up myself. Laugh out loud. And hello to you, Grant. It's good to see you. You're going to a quilt guild meeting on Saturday, and tonight I'll be sewing on a quilt, working on putting the rows together. Oh, that's awesome. You know, we should talk further, Happy, about maybe an Airbnb or something. Because I want to be on the west side. Maybe I could do, well, I need to figure out where the convention center is versus the west side of Atlanta. Because I plan on taking Blaze to QuiltCon. I'm going to go and get him and take him. And maybe I could get Thomas to come. We'll see. He might not. I don't know. I was just going to ask you if you wanted to do that. Yes, I would like to get an Airbnb because it'll save money. And if several, if we get a 3-bedroom house or a 4-bedroom or whatever, several of us can bunk up together and save a ton of money for staying together, and it will be less expensive than a hotel room. And we can make our own breakfasts and stuff instead of, I mean, we'll probably end up wanting to eat out a couple times, but we could do a lot of self cooking ourselves for breakfast and things like that. And then at least we don't go to QuiltCon hungry. You know what I mean? Because I intend on doing all 4 days. Yeah, exactly, Raven. And it'll give Thomas, him a break. And I know that Blaze will be in hog heaven going to QuiltCon. He will talk somebody's ears off, though. I don't know if it'll be mine or whoever he comes in contact with. He's very smart. And Sean is saying good day to Dubrovka. Hey, Sean, I met a couple Australians today. One of them said he was related to Queen Mary. Is Dubrovka going somewhere? Y'all are going to have to excuse me yawning. It's that time of the day again. I figured I would try to take, because what I could do is pick up Blaze and he can stay a couple days with me, and then I'll take him back and we'll do the adulting thing alone too. And then when QuiltCon's over, I'm going to see if I can't find a Airbnb in Carrollton so I can spend 2 or 3 more. I would like to spend another week in Georgia is what I want to do. So I can spend time with Blaze and Thomas because there's some things I want to help Thomas with. It has to do with paperwork and stuff. And I need to find an advocate for Thomas. I don't know how hard that's going to be because there's been so many cutbacks and everything else. I might not be able to find one. But if not, then I'm going to talk to my oldest daughter and see if she'd be interested in being an advocate whenever he needs paperwork help. Because he is going to have problems if something happens to me.
Yeah, with my love.
You getting sleepy?
Yeah.
I think that the weather really took us out.
Yep.
Because and all that exercise and everything else, I think it literally just wiped us down. Because I feel like someone wiped me up and dragged me around and stood me back up after they got done with me. I'm getting pretty close to. Oh, that feels good. Now maybe we can put it over there in front of that darn laptop. Is it going to stay charged or?
He will die within a minute or I don't know how long.
You think that long?
I don't know. It will die again, but it's charged, but I don't know how long it will be charged.
Okay, honey.
Hi, everyone. Okay. Yeah, I better stay out of it.
What were you going to ask?
That's to say that specific word.
What word? I don't think did anyone say that?
No.
I don't think anyone said that word yet. We've been getting actually no one has said it. That's
Good.
pretty cool.
Good.
Raven says hi, Nico.
Hi, Raven. No.
How can I see Nora? Raven wants to know. Will you come pick her up and let her see, please? While I'm sewing over here, please, sir. Babe. Oh, he must have been.
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
You're not in trouble.
Oh boy.
Can you see her little hips there? I don't know if you can tell or not. And then Nina says hi. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You in trouble now.
Somebody catch them.
Yeah, they knew what you were talking about. Oh boy, now you've got a can of worms open. And Raven says hi to Poopsie.
Ta-da!
Oh my gosh. Brought to you by Heinz Ketchup. Yeah, she is cute. But bring her back again and see if we can show her some more because maybe they can tell whether she's lost. If they remember how thick she was the last time they saw her. She's not near as heavy as she was. She's little Miss Skinny Minnie now. You can feel her spine now. See her ribs a little bit. Her little tiny booty. And that tail never stops wagging. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is Daddy having fun with you, huh? Daddy having fun with you? Yeah? That tail. I don't think she ever doesn't wag her tail, do you? Isn't that right? Isn't it? Now it's spinning. Isn't that right? Yeah? Are you a good girl? No. Oh. She requires booty scratches. Yep. Uh, but do you know what she loves the most? Is to roll over on her back and let you and rub her belly. And when you stop rubbing her belly, she will give you some lip about it. She's going to helicopter away, says Raven. Her tail, when she's in the lake, we put her in the lake a couple times. You see that tail doing this while she's swimming. Are you having fun? Yeah? Is that what's going on? Yeah, it's the good babies. Are you a good babies, huh? Are you a good babies?
All right. Nah, get in the bed. Get in the bed.
All right, we got another row on. And let's hope that that looks like a friendship star. It looks like it. All right, let me take it over to the iron in a minute and I'm going to press it and we'll get these last two rows on. So you got your Nora fixed tonight. All right. Let's do the next row. We have two rows to almost to go and then we'll have this made. Nina, are you still there? Raven says, we can never see enough of Nora. Aw, she's our little star. Thought I saw Nina in the channel. Because I think Nina is sewing these. Hey, are you working on the, are you still doing the blocks? Because this is block number 4 and I'll make sure to take a picture of this so that you have a, can look at it, okay? I think it was Nina doing the blocks. No, I want to turn that fan on me because I'm hot. I found a cute little. Found that in Denmark. Okay, let's get this pinned. Let's see. What's the temperature outside right now? The temperature has risen. It's almost 50 degrees. Nina says, I posted 1, 2, and 3 on the community tab. Yep, I saw those. They're beautiful. I'll post this fourth one so you can have a good look at it if you still want to make more. For those of you that might not have noticed, if you go to the Greenland Quilter community tab, you'll find pictures of Nina's 3 blocks of the scrappy blocks Katy says that she's done so far. And we're just gonna, but I am gonna show you what 4 of them look like together without any sashing or anything. She says she has been laying out. Yeah, okay. She's laying them out. Okay. All right, let's get these pinned. The 4th is almost ready to sew. Yay! I think this is going to make a fine looking little scrappy quilt. Okay, let me see if I can ask some questions. Uh, has any of you that are in the chat right now already done a vacation trip? If you have, where did y'all go? If you haven't gone yet and you plan on going on a trip, where are you going to go? Let me know. And I can't remember who it was, but somebody said they went and saw one of the trolls that's in the United States. I think Wisconsin or something. And I'm hoping they'll post pictures of it. How many blocks are you thinking of making? That is a really good question. I figured what I'd do is right now we'll have 4 made. I was thinking maybe we could make 9, do it like a 9 patch, and then decide if we want to go keep it at that size and don't do anything to it other than put a border on the outside of it, or if you want to go a tiny bit bigger. So that's what the plan is. I think I'll go up to 9 of these, and then we'll decide on whether you want to. And I'm going to show these what they'll look like if you don't put any sashing or anything between them, because I'm not going to put any sashing on mine. At least I don't think so. Not between each block anyway. Or I might change my mind and put some between, but I don't think so. Because I want to show that you can do this and it still look really cool. But I figured 9 because they're 6.5. So unfinished. So they'll be finished would be 6 inch. So 6 times 9 is 63 inches squared. Wait, that's wrong. 54. Sorry. It would be about 54 inches if we did a 9 patch out of these without a sashing. Yeah, I'm going to show it here directly as soon as I finish this last row. I got one more row to go, and then I'll put the 4 together so you can see what it looks like without anything between them. because 54 inches before you put a small border around it, it will be a small mini. And you can hang it on the wall. Or if you want to go bigger, I mean, I don't know how big I want to go, but right now I'm thinking I want to do like a mini quilt where we can sew it all together, and then put a border around it, and then maybe one or two borders, depends on what everybody's game for. And then we can put a backing on it and a quilt label on it and quilt it, and it'll be another little mini. Yeah, or what you're saying, Nina. She's thinking about doing a simple tote bag. Happy says 18 inches squared. Oh, I can't count, can I? Wow, this is cotton picking hot. Man, I see a little bit of a. Ah, I'm going to ignore it for right now. And if it bugs me the next time I look at it, then I'll do something about it. Okay, we've got one more to go. A tote bag would be great, Nina. You're right. I cannot do math to save my life lately. Because now that you mentioned that squared, like, yeah, there we go. Right. This seam we got to line up. We're almost there, you guys. We will have made another 6.5 inch little block. And then I'll lay them out together, and you'll see what I mean about whether you want to put something in between each block or leave it, because I'm pretty sure I'm not putting no sashing in between each one of them. I want this to be as scrappy as it should look. Okay, just give me a couple more minutes. I need to pin stuff down so that it behaves. And we're almost there. All right, we got this one pinned. All right. Why do you keep doing that? Oh, no, not again. And Nina says, I am very patient. Good. All right, I need to check this and make sure everything's okay. Okay, everything was okay. So let's get this sewn. All righty, we got that last row on here. I'm going to take it over to the iron here and finish pressing it in just a second. But let me go ahead and open this up. And I have yellow running in right there. It's okay. Not a problem. All right, let me go press it. All right. Let me clear a little bit of stuff out of the way so we can have a good look at this. Okay, so what I'll do is we are going to lay these out so that you can see what will happen if we just sew them without a sashing. Now they're not going to line, they're going to look a little wonky right now, but if I were to sew these together, I would line them up just like you see me doing the rows. That's what it would look like with um no sashing. Happy says we went to the theater and saw Moulin Rouge, the musical, on Wednesday night. I can't get the songs out of my head. Oh, I'll bet. So what do y'all think? I think this is very I think doing it like this is the way I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna put any sashings in here, but I do now this let me see what the measurement is on this unfinished because it's not sewn together right now. So let's see where we are on this. And this is an estimate, so don't take this as, you know, it's set in stone. Without it being sewn together, it's 12 and 7/8, but we don't have it all sewn together. Let me know what you think. Feedback time. I know that it's probably blasting some people's eyeballs. Anyone else? What do you think, Nina? Happy says it's pretty. See, I could take this and turn this like this. So this is vertical or horizontal, and then move this one up here like that. And then put these like this. I could do it like that. Let's turn this one around like that. Nina says it would be 12 inches finished. Yeah, so if we did, and I think I want to go to a 9, make it, this is a 4 patch if you think about it. And I'm thinking I want to do a 9 patch. That way it's a little bit bigger. And even this one could be hung on the wall though. It would be the same as mini. Nina says I'm going to do one with the Katy hourglass block. And I know what that means. Oh, yep, the hourglass block will be fun. I'm gonna look up some more. I need to I'm tired tonight, so I can't think very good. But I know there's more blocks that we can make where they incorporate within all this um color. No one else has got a comment? Come on, you guys, talk to me. I know you're there. We got 32 people watching, so feedback time, please. Uh-oh, what happened to my screen? Yeah, what did happen to my screen? Uh-oh, I lost something. That is so not cool. Okay, hang on a minute, you guys. I gotta find where I was at. Up, I found it. Happy says I'm using my microphone to type for me because hand stitching. How many did you say you were going to make? I think I'm going to make 9 of these. And it'll still be square. It'll be well, if we make 9 of these, you can do 3, 3, 3, and then sew them all together. What do you think, Nina? Would you be willing to go that far? Nina says it looks fine here. I was thinking like a 9 patch. And then put a small border around it. See, since these are like 1.5, I'm thinking maybe we could do a 2-inch solid border to stop all the color and then turn it into, a sandwich and quilt it and everything, and it'll be a mini quilt to hang up. An 18-inch square. Yep. Did you want to go bigger or you want to stay small, Nina? Since you're sewing along with me. Because if you want to go bigger, we can go bigger. I mean, we're not going to get, if we go bigger, it's going to take a little bit longer, but I don't mind the time because this, we can get this, if we want to go bigger, or if you want to go bigger, we can do that. And we'll stop it sometime in like, it could also be a baby blanket for a preemie. Yes. We can stop when you, at the size that you like, and we can get it done before the end of the year and have it quilted and ready to show on the fourth annual New Year's Eve 12-hour live. I think it's the fourth annual. I have to go look again. So do you want to go bigger or you want to stay small, Nina? I know I'm putting you on the hot seat. Let's see, how long have I been live now? She doesn't use wall hangings. Okay, how big would you like to go, Nina? I don't have any wall hangings right now either. I don't think I do. No, I don't. Not right now. She still likes the idea of a tote bag. Okay. Yeah, go a tote bag and then I'll just do a mini quilt. How about that? And then I want to see your tote bag when you finish it. I don't know how to make bags, so, and I don't know, yeah, I don't know how to make bags, and I'm not sure I want to learn right now. But you can take pictures of it. Okay. All right, now that you've seen this, we got number 4 done. What size tote bag do you plan on making, Nina? You might have said up above. It will be, yeah, maybe you said up above already. All right. Tomorrow, we will work on a work in progress. And also on Sunday, it'll be at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be Sean and I. We have a short little project that we're going to do it for the month of July together. So make sure you come and watch that because it'll be fun. And then at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, I'll be on Sherry's live with her doing Alice's Wonderland, and I am very behind in that right now. I could tell you a simple way to make one. They are like the grocery store bags. Oh, cool. So I'll do a live with her, and then my Peace of Mind Mending Pieces Mental Health live will be at 9. Wait. Six. Wait a minute. I need to look at my planner. Yeah, 9:30 my time, which would be 6:30 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. So there's 2 of the lives are mine, and one of them is Sherry's for Sunday. And then Blaze's birthday is on the 13th, which is on Monday. No. Yeah, Monday. So if any of you I need to talk to Thomas. I'll probably call him tomorrow to see what he wants to do about Blaze's 10th birthday. I know what he wants for his birthday. He wants some Legos. So I want to see what we can do to accommodate that. And let's see what else. And then I'll let you know everything else we're going to be doing next week. You want to, Nina, and I would like to see you make a tote bag like what you're talking about. Okay. Anyone have any questions for tonight? Let me know in the chat. I'm sorry that it seems a little slow tonight. I'm so very sorry. And remember to share my links and do all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say goodnight tonight because I am very tired from working today. Normally I don't shut down this early, but I am very tired from working in the rain today. It's like washed me out. But anyway, I'm happy to have finished this. I'm happy to be back from Denmark, and I'll get back onto my usual regiment, and we'll be blowing it out of the park like crazy. So stay tuned and make sure to come sew with me. And Nina, share pictures of your blocks so we can see it. Yes, and happy. Oh, speaking of that, thank you for reminding me. Can you hang on a minute? I'm gonna show the pictures that Happy posted on the community tab. Hold on a minute. I did say I was going to do that. Hold on a second. Got to go find it first. 1 minute, please. Yeah, I'm tired today. I just want to go to sleep. Is what I want to do. Hold on. Greenland Quilter and play community tab. Click on that. And then Happy said she posted. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is gorgeous. Wow. All right, got a picture to share. Okay, let's share the screen. It looks like there's more than one to share. So let me get my Zoom. We're going to share the screen. Hi, John. How are you? Yep, I think we're all experiencing burnout right now. Too much go, 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 go. Especially with me because I put 3,000 kilometers on the car in Denmark. I'm waiting on the screen to pop up so I can show you. Okay, this is on my community tab from Happy. Happy, yeah, what Happy said, they're 14-inch squares. And this is the first one. They're beautiful. I'm glad to hear that, John, that you're well. Good, good. Um, is there a name for this one, Happy? Wait a minute, you might have said. Let's see if you did. Nope, you just said they were EPP blocks. Is there a name for this one? I am. I'm just tired today. Jean says, wow, stunning, Happy. So let's share the next one. Wow. That is gorgeous. I'm waiting on it to change. It's the Cosmos quilt pattern by Elise Beck. Okay. Here's the next one. It's the, yeah. It makes sense to call it Cosmos. It reminds me of Cosmos. It's a quilt along right now, says Happy. But it sure is pretty. Here's, wowee. That is beautiful. Okay, so that was all of them. While I'm thinking about it, I want to share. You know how we talked about Fano? I want to show you their website. Happy says she's working on a purple one. I'm waiting to see if the screen will change or not. Okay, I meant to show you this last night. I thought you might find it fascinating. This is where we stayed at, the first place we stayed at while Nikolai was doing his education. Um, Let me see here. I will put this in British. I think I might have already done that. Okay. I haven't navigated this page too well. Yeah. So this island, which you have to get on a ferry to get to, is it's very interesting place to stay. And this restaurant that we ate at here, it was an Italian restaurant we ate at, and it was phenomenal. Let me see here. But I thought I'd share a little bit about it. It says food experiences at Fano are fresh local ingredients. See that yummy food? That's salmon, by the way. I can't read that part, but yeah. I just thought you might find some of this interesting. We ate at Axel's. That was where we ate the Italian food. But we didn't eat pizza. We ate pasta. Let me see here. Okay. And then there's Commerce. Some of these websites are not that easy to navigate, I've noticed. But that's what the island looks like of Fano. Okay, so I'm stop sharing now. All right. EP to come, setting blocks I haven't made yet. I can't wait to see you sew them all together. Are you going to make a video of sewing them all together, Happy? Um, I know we showed you the quilted quilts that I got quilted yesterday. Um, I might do a demo on them, says Happy. That would be great. I think it'd be well worth you doing that. In fact, I think that would be wonderful, actually. Okay, so we're done for tonight early. I know it's a little early. Remember to live, laugh, love, and dream. What do you do with that? You either do something beautiful by making something, or you go do something beautiful for someone else because you never know. It could put a smile on their face and change their whole world. And doing something kind for someone else is very wonderful. The quilt is going to be 65 inches and she might add a border. Well, I cannot wait to see it. Anything else anyone want to mention? All right, then. I guess we're done. see all of you. Thank you for the being live to anytime. Tomorrow, Saturday, 4:30 Eastern Standard. It will be my regular time. I won't be pushing it back because I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. I don't have to work or anything, so I'll be home. So you don't have to worry about me pushing it back like I did. Also, don't forget what I said about Sunday. And you're welcome, all of y'all. And thank you for making my channel what it is. All of y'all have contributed to its growth, and I appreciate every one of you who has taken time to watch videos, to come to my lives. Some of you have been watching my playlist, which helps with watch hours. And the watch hours is the biggest challenge of anything that we do as a channel creator. That's the one that we're have the hardest time keeping stable, because it's very easy for it to just the bottom drop out on it. You miss 2 weeks of lives, it hurts you, and it hurt me. It may look like I made 2 milestones, which I did, but I haven't made to be honest here or transparent. The views and the subs have been 2 of my milestones, but I have not ever done a milestone, made I think 1 milestone with my watch hours, and that was when I had to have 4,000 watch hours to monetize. And I've kept those up so that I can stay monetized. But I haven't seen any feedback from YouTube on what when they mention that you've done it. Yes, it does. The only thing is, don't mute it. If you're going to turn the volume down, if you're doing it on your computer, just knock the volume down to 2. Don't mute, because apparently they have a way of telling whether people are just watching and not listening, which is interesting to me. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good rest tonight. Remember to live, laugh, and love and dream, like I said. Cindy Surrett, Qaqortoq, and Decos. I will see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Nina says it only counts as half the time. Wow, I didn't know that. Interesting. Because I don't run in fast speed. I did not know that. Anyway, have a great night, y'all. And I'll probably be in someone's chat if I haven't fallen asleep. So good night, Cindy Surrett.